What is up, everybody? I am Get Flanked, and today we're going to be taking a look at a couple of rounds from a recent solo queue rank match that I played. This was one of my placement matches, and I believe the lobby is mostly made up of golds with a few plats sprinkled in. Now, the goal of this video will be to help anybody who's trying to solo queue up to plat, and there's going to be a couple of rounds that we focus on and a couple different lessons I think we can take away from this. Number one of which, we're going to be talking about making adjustments. So you're going to see in this round right now, it's on the screen, I die pretty early, we lose the round, and we're going to talk about making adjustments based off of that. We're also going to be talking about how to kind of play these 1vx situations, some things you can do to throw the enemies off. So with that said, let's jump into it. So one thing I would like to draw your attention to right now is that you can see there's 2 minutes and 19 seconds left in the round at this point, and I'm still reinforcing. So this is way too late into the round for me to continue doing setup. Right now, I hear a drone, and you're going to see me shoot it. And basically, instead of being aware and having my gun up, I'm reloading, not looking, and I died to a crouch walking Ash. So number one thing there is that I was way too late in getting the site set up. Now, I was the only player on site, so I didn't have much help from my team, which will slow you down if you're doing, 5 reinforcements, which I think I did there, plus my bandit battery charges. So that's part of it, sure. But after I saw that drone and realized, we're almost a minute into the round at this point, I should have had my gun up. And that's a big lesson to be learned there. Like, if you're the only one on site and you're getting droned out, be ready for a fight. Be ready for them to recognize, hey, there's only one on site. We should start pressuring this, okay? I didn't do that, and if I would have, maybe I would have killed that Ash, and the round could have gone completely different. So let's start talking about some adjustments, okay? Obviously, I'm solo queuing here, and my team is trying to hold upstairs. The adjustment I'm going to make now is I'm going to bring Legion instead, and if my teammates decide to do this, I can have my goo mines out to help warn me if the enemy's pushing site. When they have all the lines of sight already open for them. Okay, so at this point we're in a 1v3, and you heard me mention there earlier that my teammates open the lines of sight, and I'm the obviously last player alive. I'm on site, and I feel like if I just stay on site, then I'm going to die. Okay, so what you're going to see me do here is actually try to rotate up the stairs, and a lot of times you can catch enemies kind of complacent in this situation where they have complete control. They know that you're on site, and they can start to get focused on opening up vertical lines of sight and looking down through the floors and not watching their flank. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to take advantage of. Now, against a good team, they're going to have flank drones and stuff, but keep in mind we're playing in mostly golds here. Okay, and sometimes that'll happen at that rank, but not every time. And again, it just really came down to me deciding to leave site because I felt like, with all the lines of sight open, with the hatch open, with all that in mind, I was going to die if I just stayed on site and tried to, play timeout.
Stairs is free. It's free, I have the camera.
It's free, it's free. It's free.
Wait.
No. One is upstairs, maybe. One is upstairs, maybe.
I think two is upstairs.
Oh, flanked with the move.
Fuse it, the fuse it.
It's dropped.
10 seconds left.
Nice drop.
From the hole. You see? Nice.
GG.
Job.
Okay, so big thing there is one, I made the adjustment to bring the Legion to try to slow down the Ash Rush if they did that again. If you find yourself solo queuing and all your teammates are roaming, you're playing on site, Legion, Malusi, those are great operators to play in that situation, just to try to give you a warning if they're pushing you directly on site. It didn't end up playing out in that round. They didn't push directly on site, but still I think that was a worth noting and a good adjustment there. I think the big thing there was, once I got in that 1v3, I just kept consistently trying to put myself in a position where they didn't know where I was. That was my whole thought process, is just try to be somewhere where they don't know where you are. And I think a lesson to be learned from that, from the other team's perspective, if they had more drones out, if they had teammates on those drones, like the drone that I saw up there by Archives, then they probably would have won that round. Like, it's really important that you don't die with drones in your pockets, that you get your drones out, and when you do die, that you're spectating drones for your teammates and making callouts. If that would have been the case for them, they would have won that round easy. Okay, now let's move over to a couple attacking rounds. And the first round I'm going to show you here is with IQ, and I think I ended up getting a 3K. And I just want to demonstrate how strong this AC roof position is. One warning I will give you is this is a position that you'll see some players get in and just spend the entire round there. That's not good, okay? You don't want to like sit on this roof for the entire round. However, this is a position that is strong and that does make defenders uncomfortable. When you have a player out on this roof looking through this window, it can feel like you can't really rotate between Archives and lockers, and that's annoying to play against as a defender. It's better to probably play this as like a Blackbeard or somebody like that than an IQ, you know, considering I don't even have a zoomed optic, but it's still a good position, okay? And I think that this clip demonstrates that. Okay, so I've now had 2 3K rounds in a row. 2 rounds in a row where I've gotten 3 kills, and I'm feeling pretty good about myself. And this is probably the most important lesson from this video. If you only take one thing from it, really focus on what I'm about to talk about now, okay? So it's very easy after a couple rounds like this where you feel like you're dominating to just get your ego up there and just feel like you can just go and destroy everyone. And that's really my mindset now. Going into this round, I'm thinking, okay, I am winning my gunfights. I'm just going to go kill everybody. So I'm going to pick Ying and kind of go aggressive lone wolf here. And you'll see how this turns out. I'm about to wreck these kids. Ah! Okay, one on lockers. Okay, so I go in and I get the Mira. That's cool, but I get downed, and you're going to see that how this round plays out. We end up losing it. And that is 100% on me and my ego and just making a bad decision. What the bad decision was there is I was like the first one to apply any pressure to the sites. My teammates were on the other side of the map for the most part and not really applying any pressure. So as soon as they hear those Candelas go off in Archives, they're all shifting their attention that way because they're not worried about anything else really at that moment. So I should have slowed down. I should have played with my teammates, and that's the adjustment that I'm going to make now. Going into the next round, I'm going to pick Ying again, but this time I'm going to play in the vicinity of my teammates. I'm going to slow down a little bit and just try to stay with them and work with them on what they're trying to clear instead of going lone wolf. should have grabbed my drone. That's Pulse.
You have located a bomb.
Where are they all dying from? All dying from over there. There's the Pulse.
One is 90s, mate.
One is out of objective. Maybe bathroom, maybe. That's right. He's joining. Covering.
Planting.
He's planting.
Seconds remaining. 4 remaining. Diffuser is active. Protected at all costs.
No.
Okay, much better there. And really the only difference was I slowed down a little bit and I stayed in the vicinity of my teammates. Yes, I realize I flashed the sledge and he got nitro sub from below. That's probably my fault. But overall, I did good there, okay? And I think the number one thing to take away from this is if you find yourself in these games where you are kind of dominating, where you are winning your gunfights, don't go crazy ego and try to do everything yourself. Just stick around with your teams and stay alive. That is the big thing. Just stay alive and good things will happen. All right, that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully there's a few things you can take away from this to help you in your solo queue matches. If you enjoyed this, please make sure that you like and subscribe, and I'll have more coming your way here soon.